many of you sitting out there have come across people, you tell them anything and they say, I know this. How many of you have come across your own self? When you sit down and hear something, immediately your mind says, I know this. Well, let me tell you, the biggest roadblock into learning, the biggest roadblock for success in any person's life are these three words called, I know this. I'll tell you what this happens. Because today we are discussing about point number 4 in terms of what does not allow people to become leaders. This is a simple rule. I joined a running club. I love marathons. I run half marathons. I have done a lot of them. And I have joined a club called Pacemakers. We have Bani, who's our coach. Amazing person. And what I realized was, within 1.5 months of me joining that club, what has happened is, I'm able to match my best of times, the best times I did in race, I'm able to match it in terms of my practice runs. The best timing, how was this possible? 2 things. One is the coach. He's an expert in his field. 2, the people around you. Pacemakers have some amazing persons, amazing runners. There are Boston marathoners, there are New York marathoners, you name it, and people are there who do this marathon, that marathon, they do this run, that run, like mad. And that is when what has happened is, the moment I have joined this club, a lot of motivation has come in, a lot of push has come in, let me tell you, in terms of my friends joining me. What is important here is, I joined the club because this is running. I want to improve my running. I have trained 2 lakh people. I have changed the lives of people. People have come with so many problems and they have gone out happy, their problems getting resolved. But my dear friends, none of those are into running problems. And my problem is running problem. I have already done so many marathons. I have forgot the count of them also. But can I say I already know it? I know running. But what is important is, if I have to improve, I need to take the help of experts. I need to take. And guys, let me tell you, the first 3 sessions that I went, my entire body was paining. Because I went and did things, I was told to do things which I never did it in the past. And that is why an expert's eye is very crucial, very important. Now often we get into this trap of, I know this. I go to take sessions at places. I often come across people who say, yeah, I have been doing this. I know how to do it. I asked them, correct, when did you do this? 4 years back. I did it 4 years back. And how many programs you did? 1 program. What I'm trying to tell you is, I'm not discouraging you, but what I'm trying to tell you is, by just doing in a small portion or for some time, you don't become an expert. And my dear friends, if you want to scale up to the next level, then your business or your extracurricular activities or your communication, you require the help of people who are experts, who are going to create an authority, create a line of responsibility in you towards them, and you become answerable to them, and that is when these things starts working. What is important for you to understand is, You need some amount, some guidelines. And those guidelines, if they come from experts, that's very, very important. Very important. Of course, in my immediate previous video, I was the person who told you there should not be guidelines at every step. But there certainly has to be an expert review, expert guideline into what you are doing. That's very important. Very, very important. We lose track of things, and you need somebody to keep a track of those things. We often get lethargic. We, lose sight of our objective, lose sight of what we want. There should be somebody, the coach, the help which is provided, the helper, guides you. He keeps reminding you of your goals and objectives. That's very important. And as a child, very, very crucial. People come to us with a lot of complaints about their children. Rajbai is an average student. She does not listen to us. The list goes on and on. But by the end of the program, the Beyond Books program, the program for children, there is a huge shift which comes into the children. And the reason for that is about expertise, is because people know where to tap. Because people understand where to tap and not how much to. And that is why it's very important for us to get the expert, to get guidelines, to get under somebody. Friends, free is good. I'm not saying free is bad. But you should also understand when you're getting the best, take the services of the best. Do not get into the trap of evaluating when it comes to experts, evaluating in terms of how much of value for money I am getting. What is important is this is one life. You need to cover up so many things, and that is why every activity, it's for your sports. Please make sure you get help in terms of maybe your gymming, maybe your sports activity. Please take the help of coaches. It's very important. Whether it is life and relationship, please come to the experts, because that is what helps you take to the next level. If it's an organization, my call to all those business owners, businesses run by families and businesses not run by families, very important for you to hire somebody from outside. Of course, you have your own expertise, but you need to hire somebody from outside, because that is what creates a kind of understanding between people. The more I see somebody on a regular basis, and when you are interacting with them, the chances of the respect being between people is very, very less. And that is why when an outsider comes, what happens is the people do not know everything about the outsider, and only good things are revealed. And that is why the connects get very fast, much faster. And more importantly, when your own people are involved, there is a lot of emotions involved. And that is when, if it is a child, you will not be able to give them pressure, or perhaps the children are not used to taking pressure from parents, and that is when fail. Not that you fail as a parent, but you fail in terms of getting out what the child is capable of. What is important is, as an organization, again the same emotional part comes in, because as the owner you think, I am paying him money, he should deliver this. And every time you sit with them for training, your mind says, half a day gone, so this much of salary wasted. When an outsider comes, they see unbiased, and that is when they will be able to deliver much better results. All I want to tell you is, point number 4, not taking help of experts but trying to self-groom can prove disaster. Majority of the time it proves disaster, because you cannot set standards for fields which you are not experts in. And how to come out of this? Hire experts who will guide you, who will make sure you reach your destination. This is Rajendra Jain signing off for now. Make sure you like this video, you share the video and leave a comment. Thank you so much. Love you all.